your input and stuff. Kinetic says your nose is unreal for an Asian. We're talking about the news and that's all you had to say? No, I've got a massive nose. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Yeah.
By saying don't look at it, everybody's gonna stare at it now.
Fucking hell.
Well
now
done.
I need to like...
Well,
Oh shit, wrong one. Oh yeah. Don't look at my nose. Don't look at it. Don't look at me nose. That's right. That's right. That's what you get for talking about me nose. Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
guess we'll move on to the next bit of the news.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at what the stream chat is saying. Let's see. Louis Poop says I was referring to news agencies using drama to make money. Oh no, not just the reference to like not replying to you in a like a bad way. I'm just kind of like explaining to other people who are trying to create drama on the stream chat that I'm not going to be sucked into it. Didn't even know we were talking about the news. Kinetic, that's okay. Welcome to the stream. It's okay. That's fine. It looks good. Why are you blocking it? Well, because I have like insecurities in my nose. Don't look at it. Yeah. Alright, so we are going to go to the next piece of news now. I'm going to try to fit my nose between this watermelon here. Okay. So the next piece of news we've got alright, so this was yesterday?
France has 2 remaining
yesterday. Okay, so France, the French election is it coming up? Yeah, the French presidential election is coming up, and there's a few main contenders. So Emmanuel Macron and also Marine Le Pen. And every single time there's an election going on in France, this is distracting me. I'm just gonna freaking turn it off. Oh shit. Oh, okay, there we go. It's gone now. Yeah, so every time there's a presidential election in France, it's tradition for people to go onto the streets and protest. So this is a very traditional thing, so just keep that in mind. However, in this particular one, protesters became really, really violent, and they started throwing stuff at the police officers, and 2 police officers was engulfed in flames. Look at that. I've never seen anyone being engulfed in flames like this before and being captured on news. And one of the
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, one of the police officers was actually seriously injured, like had serious burns to the face. And another one had serious burns on the hand. I'm assuming this is the one with the burns to the face, and that's the one with the burns to the hands. Or like it looks like there's someone else behind. I have no idea how they actually cause like when you throw like a flame torch at someone, they're not gonna like combust like this. So I'm thinking that they probably
it was a Molotov cocktail.
Cocktail. Oh yeah, okay. So they were splashed with alcohol, and then the flames just went. This is really like, I just like when you're protesting a cause, right? It gives you no right. It gives you no right to harm another human being like this. It's really sad for me. Like I feel really, really sad for the police officers who were trying to protect people and protect like innocent bystanders, and trying to make sure that the protest doesn't go too crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing their job, and the last thing they need is to have some asshat throw a Molotov cocktail at them. And the last thing they need to do, the last thing they expect is for them to be seriously injured in the line of duty like that. So, like, I'm really, really upset.
You know what's sad about it though? The people who actually use violence in their protesters, for example, this guy who throws a Molotov cocktail, or thinking back, the guy who used a drill, and was it a drill or a spade or a shovel or something rather, or a pickaxe? Used a pickaxe on one of Donald Trump's Hollywood stars.
What?
Those kind of people, they actually end up serving the cause that they are trying to protest more than they serve their own.
Yeah.
So, like, congratulations, mate, you played yourself.
Yeah. So they kind of like prove the other party's point. So the 2 what do you call it? The presidential hopefuls have responded and said that like the woman, the Le Pen woman, she's running for president. She's saying that she's going to try to defend democracy, and sorry, Macron said he would defend democracy, and she says this is the sort of mess that I don't want to see on the street. So she's kind of saying, well, this is the reason why I'm running for president, because I don't want to see crap like this happen. And Macron says that he's going to defend like people's free speech. Um, so yeah, the protesters were saying fascists is out as the riot police were called in. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I'm just gonna read the Twitch chat right now. You guys are welcome to send me your what do you call it? Your comments and everything like that. By the way, hang on. By the way, we are waiting on Standing Panda. Are you here? I still owe you 2 more dances, so if you're here, please let me know so that I can pick a song to dance for you.
Did you happen to talk about Switchback's comment about police not protecting corrupt politicians?
In a second, I'm scrolling up
All right.
and having a look. Local Duckling, thank you so much for your compliment. And I think, oh, you like my shirt, Kinetic? It's not just ninja stars. It's called Houndstooth. I think it's called the Houndstooth, or it could be a shuriken. I don't know. Yeah. Switchback says, I don't agree with that though. Police shouldn't protect corrupt politicians. Are they trying to protect any corrupt politicians? I thought they were just trying to keep the peace on the streets during the protest, because usually when there's a public protest, like even in the Australian streets, we have police officers there to kind of like maintain the peace, just in case there's anything, if people get too rowdy, they're hurting people who are bystanders, then they start, coming into action. Shogun, thank you so much for rejoining the starship. Oh my god. Oh, it's your first time. You always give me like the cheers and bits. I already, think of you as a sub. So welcome to the starship. Welcome to the family, Shogun. It's so lovely to have you here. And also, can we please have some love hearts and hugs to welcome Shogun to the family? Yeah, there's a new tier thing. Sorry, there's a new subs tier thing. So even if you, yeah, it's okay. I like it. I like it when you announce that there's an anniversary thing. There's a new subs thing. There's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I have no idea how it works. Please don't ask me. I will check it out after the stream and let you guys know. Likey, thanks for your follow. So I super appreciate it, Shogun. Yes. Okay, just gonna reply back to Switchback, who says, I don't agree with that. Police shouldn't protect corrupt politicians. I just thought that these are just police that were looking after the streets because there's a scheduled protest going on. And I thought it was, it's like, certainly in Australia, it's quite usual to see police, like on the streets if there's a protest going on.
Yeah. And also, like, protecting corrupt politicians from actual physical violence is perfectly fine. If you're talking about protecting corrupt politicians politically, then no, don't do that. But physical violence, Molotovs, by extension, weapons of sorts, definitely protect.
2 wrongs definitely do not make a right. Like, it's not like you can't attack the police, because the police might actually have different opinions from like the politicians. It's just they're just doing their job, and really,
I'm sure there are liberal-leaning police, conservative-leaning police, moderates.
Yeah, they come from all different types of, like, they support different types of political party, and I think that cops shouldn't be penalized for doing their job. Yeah. Standing Panda says, I'm still here, always on your stream. Okay, guys, we need to take a mini break. Hang on, have we replied everyone? Like, yeah, have we?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say probably.
Okay, I'm just going to scroll down really quickly. Switchback says, my guess is that those protests were against some politician. Oh, no, the protest went for a particular politician. I think it's just the regular protests when there's an election going on and everyone wants to do like kind of take to the streets to talk about what they want. Because there's obviously two sides, two people that are, the contenders for the presidential election. So there'll be two supporters, like from two sides. Let's see.
Just quickly, I think it's actually been happening a lot as of recent times.
In France?
Not just France, but like across the world. Like people are just starting to get more and more politically charged.
More like open with their speech.
Basically, the political climate is starting to get more and more toxic, I think, as well. It's not necessarily
people are just really unsatisfied with the politicians nowadays. Like even in Australia, we don't have any quality politicians to vote for, and then we end up voting for duds for the past couple of many years now. We've been voting for duds in Australia because we just don't have a better alternative. And like it's not just in the US that people are unhappy. Like it's like as you can see in France as well. In Australia, but we don't really take to the streets as much because we're not that angry. We're not that angry compared to...
Unless you're a university student, then you start getting angry.
Yeah,
real angry.
Hi says, are you going to play League today? No, not today, but another day I will play League. Katagari is the guy talking. Yes, Poseidon. Switchback says, and I read that countries have better life standards after that. Yeah, definitely when you let your protest known to, the politicians and stuff. Sometimes there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And I think throwing Molotov cocktails is definitely a wrong way to make your position known. So yeah, Ice Poseidon, I agree. If we can just get a ban on people who are being toxic creations, I think he's just trying to be an asshole to me. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll down. You mean welcome back to the stream? Look guys, I don't want to let Standing Panda wait too long, so we are going to do a dance now for Standing Panda who donated just now. So here's the second dance. Hang on, what am I doing? I have a window up. YouTube. Alright guys, I've had a good rest, I've had a drink. And now I'm gonna
Unfortunately,
dance.
I have work tomorrow morning, so I think I'll actually call it a night as well.
Okay, Category. Thank you so much for, being on the news panel. You've been very enjoyable to have on. Can everyone please say thank you to Category on the stream chat? And have a good time at work. Have a good night's rest.
Yeah. Have a good stream, everyone. Make sure to put as much input in as much as possible to get the conversation rolling. That's how we probably learn something. And by learning stuff, that's obviously how we progress as a human species and all of that yada yada yada.
I like the way you're way more politically correct than I am. I just want to know.
Oh no, this is not me being. Oh, I could be super politically incorrect if I feel like it. Like way incorrect.
Everyone say thank you. So thank you so much, Category. Have a good night.
Laters, guys.
I'm gonna get off Discord. Alright, I just got out of Discord. So it was wonderful to have Category on the news panel. So if any of you guys want to join the news panel, you're welcome. Just let me know. And we'll get you on for the next stream. So now we're gonna do a dance and. 전류들이 몸에 타고 흘러다녀 기절할 듯 아슬아슬 찌릿찌릿 춤 충분해 네 사랑이 과분해 격하게 날 아끼는 거다 블랙홀처럼 빨리 들어가 끝이 안 보여 I know it's coming down 여기는 어디 열심히 띵동띵 도대체 난 누구 머릿속이 점점 빨라지는 빛 점점 더 크게 뛰는데 이미 한계를 넘어서 I'm in shock 이 electric shock 나나나나나 electric 나나나나나 electric 나나나나나
좀 맞춰서 날 사랑해줘 기척 없이 나를 놀래키지 말아줘 충돌하지 말고 살짝 나를 피해줘 격변하는 세계 그 속에 날 지켜줘 선생님 이건 뭔가요 숨이 가쁘고 열이 나요 말문이 막혀 귓가는 딩동딩동 눈이 바쁘셔 머릿속은 빙그르르르르 점점 빨라지는 빛 점점 더 크게 뛰는데 이미 한계를 넘어서 I'm in shock 이 electric shock electric electric shock
Hi too. Where's this Blob King? Blob King.
나의 모든 걸 사로잡은 에너지 그 눈빛 속에 강렬한 레이저 내 마음 깊은 곳 증폭되는 시너지 대체 끝이 없는 너의 게이지 점점 빨라지는 빛 점점 더 크게 뛰는데 이미 한계를 넘어서 I'm in shock 이 electric shock electric shock electric shock
Yeah, that's freestyle. So it's a little bit weird. It helps that I know the beat to the song though. And Noob stuff, thank you so much for your follow. That was different from the previous dance, wasn't it? Political Correct says, I would love to join your news panel. It is honestly my favorite stream topic. Or my favorite topic. And I'm sure I could entertain the stream. Alright. I usually get my subs to join the news panel. It's kind of like something extra for them to reward and contribute to the stream. But I'm open to suggestions and send me a whisper not a whisper, send me an inbox so that I can see and I'll remember for the next stream. And just tell me a little bit about yourself and I don't know, let me stalk you, give me your Facebook so I can stalk you. Mint. I forgot about politics and Poseidon hate stuff. Well, I hope you guys had fun watching that. And that was a big thank you to Standing Panda. I hope I did not disappoint you, senpai. I am a big K-pop fan. I love 너무 좋아 K-pop. I heard some zapping and I thought that there was something wrong with my cable, but I think it should be fine. Alright, so we're gonna head on to the next article. We are taking our sweet time, and I still owe you, Standing Panda, one more dance, so wait for it, unless you've got something for me. Roman says, when will you stream again? Tomorrow I'm going to have to do a photo shoot tomorrow night. But if I don't do a photo shoot, I'll stream tomorrow, okay? I have to see whether it gets, my photographer can make it. I have to do a photo shoot for my patrons. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So remember to keep, stay on Discord. Go onto my Discord, type !Discord for the link. And I always usually make an announcement, I'm getting ready for a stream, and then I usually come online after an hour. So yeah, so be there. Is she Korean? 아니에요. No, I'm not Korean. 한국 사람 아니에요. Akuri, thank you so much for the host, my favorite. Thank you, Akuri. I don't know how to dance. I suck really bad. It's okay. I don't know how to dance, and I'm doing it on stream. Yeah. I don't know how to sing. I'm not very good at singing. I do it on stream, so I just generally like to embarrass myself on stream. Lee, have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I'll see you for the next stream. Thank you so much. Switchback says, I would accept dancing with you to make a fool out of myself. We can both be like dumbasses together. My Korean's not bad. 감사합니다. Mincha. Mincha. Mincha's not a Korean name. Is it a Korean name? I don't think I've heard of anyone called Mincha. I know Minzy. Minzy. From 2NE1, or used to be from 2NE1. Now they're disbanded. So sad. Yeah. Okay, Rakuri says, passing by and good night. Rakuri, when are you gonna stay? Thank you so much for your host, but when are you gonna stay? Come on. Oh, 사랑해요, 사랑해요. I like to say, 사랑해요, 오빠. I hope I said that right. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next news article. I'm so hot right now. So, Standing Panda, just wait a second and I'll do another dance. Oh, Mr.
Sorry for what you've done, Peter.
Okay, alright, so there's a pedophile from the Gold Coast. Alright, so here's this guy, a pedophile from the Gold Coast, and somehow, okay, there we go. So he was convicted of sexually abusing a 9-year-old. Keep in mind, she's only 9 years old, okay? And he will not be spending a day in jail, and his wife, so the pedophile's wife, has called the victim a slut. Alright, like, number one, you're in the wrong. Your husband is in the fucking wrong here. You married a pedophile, and you're defending that pedophile and victim shaming. It's like, what the actual fuck? You know, that's all I can say. There's like all types of stupid, oh god, political correct. Okay, alright. You are never ever getting on my news panel, dude. I'm so sad now. It was actually, you know, hoping that you'd be someone that would be someone that's intellectually stimulating to talk to, but it looks like you're just here to troll. So if I can get one of my mods to please give him a nice kick in the bum, that would be great. Thank you, Shiki. Alright, so yeah, like if you think Donald Trump's grab her in the pussy is bad, this is the absolute worst of a human race, like worst specimen or example of the human race. Like, this is a disgrace. Okay, so anyway, just a little bit more about this article. I haven't actually read it, but I'm just reading the headline here. So he was found guilty of indecent treatment of a child, but he was given a suspended sentence because he's got terminal cancer. So apparently if you've got cancer, you can get away with all sorts of retarded shit. Yeah. You've seen this news before. I haven't seen it, Faker. Yeah. So, and I think a lot of people, like, this is Aussie news, so a lot of people that are watching the stream might not know about this piece of news. Back at home in the outback in Australia. Okay, so he says that he can now live back in the home he abused the young girl in. At the time, he used video games and a puppy to lure her there. She's 9, remember? And in a sign that he and his family blame the victim's family, his wife has accused the victim's grandmother for you know, as being someone to blame for what happened. She said, because you were negligent parents, and her parents didn't care, that's why she used to come over and stay. She's a slut at 14, sleeping around. Did she learn that off you? The victim's grandparents said that her words were absolutely unbelievable, and when she was confronted by a television crew, she told them to fuck off because they didn't have to do anything with me. So when Andrews was asked by a reporter if he was sorry about what happened, he said, of course I am. But, you know, this guy, he is a pedophile. He has been given a suspended sentence. He's been really let off leniently. He's destroyed this girl's life. She was 9 years old when he sexually abused her. And now she's 14. Like, she's gonna live an entire, like, for the rest of her life. She has to live for the rest of her life, you know, going through this sort of bullshit. Huh, great. You want to talk about my eyebrows here? Epi says he got away with it just because he's dying, aren't we all? I probably there's more to the case. Like, he would have argued, you know, it would probably be really expensive for jail to accommodate his terminal cancer. I don't know, like whatever medicine he needs or whatever treatment or equipment that he needs, and the prosecutors and also like the judge, you know, possibly would have, you know, thought about how costly it would have been to put him into jail, and yeah, I don't know, maybe he has like one of those like ankle bracelet thingies. Usually sex offenders have those in Australia. um and yeah, like the main thing is not just he was a pedophile, but the fact that his wife defended him, and victim like slut shamed the victim. Like, she's only 14 now, and like she shouldn't have to deal with this. Black Jester says, "What's up? Good to see you. Very good to see you again, Black Jester." Oh, now my nose. You must be my biggest fan. You seem to like creating lots and lots of Twitch usernames. I really thank you for spending the time to create all these fake accounts. I'm very honored. Romance isn't the squad. No, it's just one dude who's got nothing better to do with his time. Free Ice Poseidon says, "Well, Donald Trump's comment also had they let you in it." Oh, as in like victim shaming. Victim shaming? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Wow, Shiki is really good with the trigger. I like it. Wow. Why are you batting my eyebrows in my nose? Do you not like my eyebrows in my nose, Shiki? Shiki doesn't like my face. I'm joking, I'm trolling. Alright, so we're gonna head on to the next piece of news, unless you guys have something else that you want to talk about this article. Like, I think we're all in agreement here that this guy is dirty as fuck, and he, like, even hell doesn't have a place for him. Oh, when he said grab them by the pussy. Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, sure, it's like locker room talk. I know guys, when they're surrounded by guys, they like to boast and talk about shit like that. But when you're a presidential candidate, that's just totally inappropriate. But anyway, that's just me. It's my personal opinion. Like, you guys have your own opinions, and you have the right to have that as well. So I'm definitely not going to discount that. Thank you, Faker. Alright. Runman. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next piece of news. Alright, so this next piece of news is about some sort of air turbulence between a flight from Moscow to Bangkok. There was 27 passengers that were hurt on this flight because there was so much turbulence in the flight. I don't know, hands up, or type 1 in the stream chat if you guys have had like a really scary flight experience where the turbulence was so great that you thought you were gonna like kind of not survive the flight. Type 1 on the stream chat, because I've definitely had my own scares. Flying from, I mean, I've flown a few places, but like there was this one particular flight where I was going from Sydney to Melbourne, and the turbulence wasn't like in the air, but it was more like the flights. The pilot was trying to land the plane, but the plane veered left and right. Like, it was veering so freaking like strong, and I thought that the plane was going to actually legit topple sideways and crash. Like, I was so freaking scared. So that's my story. If you guys have had like really bad turbulence, like, was it because the pilot went out of control? Like, was there any emergency bags that kind of came down? Let me know. Type 2 on the stream chat if you've been on a flight where the emergency bags actually fell down. So we've got Crazy Frank, Shogun, Souls, and Auras, who has gone through like really bad turbulence on their flight for a split second. Even the split second counts. I managed to use my parachute just before it hit the Twin Towers. I'm done with you, Crazy Frank. I actually took you seriously. Elegant Blade says, "No, when I was actually in a plane, but I had this insane dream where the plane fuse ripped open and we ended up in the Atlantic Ocean. There was like 30 feet of waves tossing me around." Wow, you survived your dream. You know what they say, when you die in your dreams, you die forever, like Freddy Krueger. I'm joking, that's not true. Yeah, so these people had to go, like, back to the story, these people had to go to the hospital because there was some pretty bad turbulence, and some of the passengers were slammed into the ceiling, when the flight just like went crazy. The thing is, like, shouldn't there be signs for people to buckle up when there's an like? Shouldn't there be signs saying you should be buckled up and in your seat when there's air turbulence? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel okay. You guys might think that I'm like poison, or you might think that I'm like cold-hearted bitch, but I feel like these people, if they didn't listen to the buckle up sign, then it's their own fucking fault. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to be angry, but I'm a bit compassionate. Like, I feel sorry that they're injured and stuff, but like, seriously, did you not look at the signs? Like, what are those flashing signs for? Like, is it just for fun? Is it like freaking? Are you at a festival? Like, freaking follow the rules. Freaking flight safety rules. They do it every single time. You have no excuse. Shaq says I was in a plane crash. I'm done. Free Ice Poseidon says I agree, it's only logical. The Darwin Awards exist for a reason. Like, type 1 on the stream chat if you agree with me that like you think they absolutely deserved it. Type 3 on the stream chat if you think I'm crazy. Like, you think that I'm a cold-hearted bitch. Let's see. Soul says bad storm flying into Jamaica. People praying pilot aborted 2 times landing, running low of fuel, forced to land on the 3rd time. I actually had that experience. I'll tell you guys in a little bit after I look at these people's. So Poseidon, that pushman demon, reckons that I'm right. So we have 3 people on board with me. Crazy Frank reckons I'm a cold-hearted bitch. Ramen thinks I'm a cold-hearted bitch. Arigato. Shogun, what is this? What does 3.5 million mean? You guys are trolls. Yeah, another experience I had with the bad plane thing. So I had this flight. I think I was traveling like between countries, and I think it was going from not going from shit. I was going from Japan to Australia, right? It was a relatively long flight, and what happened was the pilot was trying to land, so he went down. Like, you can feel when your plane's descending, and it was just about to hit the landing strip or something like that. Like, it was a fair few, like 100 meters off, but I could see the landing strip, and then it kind of like went back up again. And I was like thinking, holy shit! Do we get freaking carjacked? I mean, flight jacked? So I was so scared because it went back up again, and then it started circling around and around and around. And then like the pilots didn't say anything until like a few minutes later. They're like, "Oh, apologies, don't panic. It's just that the airport was kind of like fully booked, and then there was like no place for the plane to kind of like dock. Like, it had no place to park." And it had to keep circling for a while. We circled for about half an hour. I'm like, what if we run out of fuel? But thankfully the flight came down and like we landed safely, yada yada yada. But it was scary because like they should have told us that they were going to kind of fly back up because the airport didn't have like a spot for our plane. It's just like, yeah, it was scary. Crazy Frank says, when the pilot says to me, "Don't panic," I panic. So you're like one of those people who like do opposite of what people say. Switchback says it's possible. What's possible? Sleeping through turbulence. When I was a kid, I loved turbulence. And I would sleep through it. Like, once I mean, like, the turbulence when you first go into the air, and like when you're ascending, that's fine. I'm not asleep. But then afterwards, if the flight's like 8 hours long, then I'll sleep through whatever turbulence there is. So yeah, it does happen. That Pushman says, "I like your houndstooth outfit, Eurovision." Thank you so much, the Pushman. You would be surprised how people could sleep during earthquakes as well. That one, I'm not too sure. Like, if people can sleep through earthquakes, you can practically sleep through anything, right? Well, I guess it depends on the magnitude of the earthquake. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to the next article if you guys have nothing else to say, yeah, we're gonna go to the next article. All right, standing panda. Very short article, and then we're gonna do another dance. Okay. So guys, Instagram was down. Shock horror. I did not even realize. But anyway, for those of you that are severely dependent on Instagram, it was down, and everyone just went on to Twitter to talk about how shitty their lives were. I wasn't really a part of this, and I didn't really give a shit. But for those of you that depend on Instagram, Instagram was down, but it's now back up. So yeah, very short article. I thought some of you guys might be interested in it. But I just think it's funny how, like, when one form of social media kind of, like, dies, people flock to another one to complain about it. It's like, that's not going to solve anything. Ramen, catch me a day. Poseidon says, I was talking about the turbulence much like the one in the article, turbulence that can hurt passengers. Yeah. Turbulence that can hurt passengers, like, provided they, like, if the passengers didn't do their precautionary, like, buckle up and that type of thing, then I have zero sympathy. But if they did, you know, then I have lots of sympathy, obviously. Like, follow the rules. Jenna's not taking too many pictures. I know. You should check out the 100 pictures on Instagram if you, it's, my Instagram is on, Instagram.com/ Genstar Music. I should change that, but it's Genstar Music. It's been a really old username, but it still has my pictures from back when I was a redhead and back when my hair was like freaking this long. I miss my long hair. Okay, all right. I'm done complaining about my long hair / short hair dilemma. First world problems. We will continue with this last article. This is the last article for tonight. But first, we'll take a short break with the dance. Pseudo Temple, welcome to the stream. Epi says, I find it strange that younger generations of today have to put every detail of their lives on social media. It's not like they have to, but they feel like they kind of want to. Everyone's like, so me. Nowadays, it's like, look at me. Like, I'm kind of included. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm a little bit included in that, but it's mainly like for sponsors and stuff. With social media, try to get more sponsors, and they need to see that you've got a good following, that you have enough likes, that you meet their requirements for sponsored posts, and it's a really hard target to have, and I have to maintain my social media accounts for that purpose. I shouldn't check that too many hot pics. There's some food pics in there as well, if that's what you're interested in. Okay, so we are going to do a dance. I'm gonna find a song to dance. Standing panda, please stand up. The real standing panda, please stand up. I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm a disgrace to humanity. Let's see, what is this song? Sell out a little bit. That's my job. I have to sell out Ice Poseidon. We're just gonna keep it like, this is gonna be a fun dance. I'm not gonna like do it like crazy like the previous one. is this part of the song? Oh, sorry. That's part of the song. Standing Panda. What is this donation galore? Andy. Thank you so much, Standing. I'll have a look at that message in a bit. I'm gonna do this dance for you. Oh, that's the end. I thought there was more. Whoa. Is that the next song, Standing Panda? Do you think I should do that song? Nigga che chalaga. Am I a weebo? You're asking me. God, that was a really good workout. I was jumping on the bed. The bed's cheap, dude. It's a cheap bed. If I jumped on it, it would just like fall apart. Alright, the push man. You want nigga che chalaga? Alright, that'll be for your next song. We'll dance to that after this article. I haven't read this article in detail, but let me see if this is safe for Twitch. This is safe for Twitch, right? It should be fine. Anyway, underboob. Oh god. I wish I had a good underboob, but anyway. Let's not talk about that. Do I use those moves in clubs? Only if it's K-pop. If it's not K-pop, I just kind of like... Yeah. But if it's just like regular R&B and stuff, I don't usually dance like that. I just sway to the music. It's the K-pop ones where you kind of like... You do, like, it's a whole bunch of poses and stuff. I'll make you slim today. Thank you so much. I need a good workout. I've put on way too much weight ever since I started working at the place that I'm working right now. Okay, so this is the last article for today. And if you haven't already tuned into all the other articles, I usually like to end it with a nice, happy news article. There are much more naked real girls exposing themselves. Yeah, so this is not real people. They are sex dolls. So there is a huge industry, a sex industry that is racing to get the most ultimate and perfect sex doll. Whoever's going to come out with a real, perfect... I don't know if there's anything such as a perfect sex doll because everyone's got different fetishes, but I digress. Yeah, if someone can produce the best sex doll who is kind of smart at the same time. So they want a sex doll that can kind of have a conversation with you so that you don't have to actually meet real people. You can just like have doll sex and marry them maybe eventually. Like even dolls have more rights than gay people. But anyway, I digress again. I'm just talking shit. But yeah. So you are about to get kicked out of bed for a robot, according to this article. Because when they do replace us, they are going to be super rich. Well, really, the companies that created them is going to be super rich. But anyway, over here it says, worth an estimated 3.9 million. This doll is worth 4 million bucks. Oh, sorry, not the doll. Oh, sorry. The sex robot industry is worth 4 million. That's fuck all. Why is this article bragging? Anyway, worth an estimated 4 million bucks, the sex robot industry is fertile ground for companies who want to build the sexiest contender. Why are there no Asian sex dolls unless this is Asian? Well, she kind of has an Asian kind of... Half of this kind of looks Asian, but then again, she might just be... I don't know. Anyway, racist much? With the functioning G... Why do dolls need a G-spot? The fuck? Okay, with a functioning G-spot and the ability to talk, companies hope that customers will pay up to 20 million for their personal love machine. Wait, if the machine... Wait, people are gonna pay 21 million for a sex doll? 21 million for a sex doll? Like, are you serious? There are children that are starving in Africa. Not just Africa. There's like children starving everywhere. Not just children. Adults starving everywhere. I'm starving. Feed me. Like, seriously. Give me the 21 million. I'll be your sex doll. I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Okay, no. I'm joking. But the thing is, okay, so this doll is worth 21 million. This doll's worth 21 million, and she looks kind of like Angelina Jolie-ish, maybe. Crazy Frank says, deal. Rudy, thank you so much for your follow. It's basically a half-real woman, a woman that doesn't talk back, I suppose. Silicon Fembot can feel a human's touch and even has a G-spot mint. And speaks up when aroused, her maker has claimed. There's also a real doll's creation called Harmony, who is programmed to be charming and witty and prone to falling in love with you. Well, fuck. And will say things you don't expect. Like what? Stick a finger in my ass? Oh, I'm joking. You don't expect that, right? You didn't expect you didn't expect to hear that on stream. I can do it too. Like, I'm much smarter than dolls. You know. Please. Insert advertisement here. Okay. Control freaks can manipulate her moods and settings using an app. I can see this being so totally abused right now. If you are not into knocking boots with cold hard plastic, what does that mean? Knocking boots. Does that mean having sex? That's weird. That's a weird way of saying having sex. But can she make you a sandwich? Absolutely not. See, humans are better than dolls. This is an educational stream here. I'm trying to tell you guys that human female are better than dolls. All right. Stop it, Jennifer. Stop. I'm joking. What did Shiki? What did you do? Give me 21 million. I'll be your sex doll. I'm joking. Okay, so if you're not into knocking boots with cold hard plastic, you can install a pulse with a more familiar feeling. Okay? The company based in California has been making dolls since 1996 and claims to ship to every country in the world. It's a range of standard dolls starting from £5,000, and a spiral up to £10,000 for customized versions. Oh, that's a cheap doll, not the 21 million doll. You can choose from 18 female body types and 2 males. But the artificially intelligent model, which is set to go on sale this year, will start at 12,000. Why is these dolls £12,000 and this one 21? Is it because she's more lifelike, or is it because she's modeled after a celebrity? I don't know. After using this app, they can choose settings including kind, sexual, shy. But Real Dolls has other competitions. I don't feel safe playing this video, so I will not play this video. The cleavage of that doll. Which one? You can't see anything here. There's nothing here. This one, you can't see anything here. She's pretty well dressed. Oh, this one, oh fuck, yeah. That's absolutely, that's like plastic surgery cleavage. That's unachievable unless you're super fat or genetically mutated or you have plastic. Ice Poseidon says, I've got 20 million in my private plane. I'll pick you up in 5 hours. Oh, GG. What have I gotten myself into? Hello, Pegasus. Welcome to the stream. Link the article. Okay, sure. If you guys want to read this article, feel free to look at it after the stream, though. Not right now. You've been warned. Okay. Linked to article. Well, jokes aside, that's the end of this particular thing. Like, usually I would open up a news article that I've read to you guys. I mean, you guys are still welcome to comment and stuff, but I'm not actually, like, what can I ask you? Like, type 1 if you're gonna buy a doll, type 2 if you think no. Like, it's a lame question. I can't think of any other question. But if you guys have any inputs on what you think about the sex doll industry, do you think it's going to be a yes, or do you think it's going to be a flop? Let me know in the comments in the stream chat. Jeff says, hi Jenna, been up too much. I have been great. Thank you so much for asking, and even better now that you're here. Hello Pegasus says you look super cute today. Thank you so much. I don't know about my hair. Yeah, don't like it. Um, Autistic Basement Dweller says, I can't wait until sex dolls become affordable and widely available. Who knows? I might even buy one for my dungeon. I'm joking. I don't have a dungeon. You can find dolls already, but I think he means like super affordable, lifelike AI dolls. So this is how Skynet starts. Zero. Yeah, I agree with you. That's funny. Before you leave, say free eyes Poseidon. Free eyes Poseidon. I'm not leaving yet. This is not the end of the stream. You know, we're gonna do a dance. What time is it now? Oh, it's midnight. I wanted to kind of. Oh, we did do a chill session. Well, I should like end the stream after the dance, I suppose. I'll sing you guys a song. Might as well. What the heck? Snow, thank you so much for your follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if there's anyone else that I forgot to say hi to. Hi to hello Pegasus. Moomin says dungeon. Yes, dungeon. Jenna has a dungeon. Switchback, of course, it's gonna work out because of multiple reasons. For example, women controlling men and not wanting to have sex more often. Well, okay, what do you think if, like, do you think if the girl doesn't want to have sex, like, let's say you're married already, right? Let's pretend we're in the distant future. You guys have decided to commit, no longer watching Twitch. I'm joking. You can still watch Twitch, even though you're married. But anyway, again, I'm kind of talking crap. But like the point is, if you were married, right, and your wife or your girlfriend won't put out girlfriend, no, if you were married, okay. So for example, you're married or you're cohabitating with someone that's you've been with for a while, and they won't put out, okay. Would you buy a sex doll, or do you think? No, I won't say would you buy a sex doll. More like, do you think it is okay, given that circumstances, for someone to buy a sex doll? Do you think it is like, I don't know. Do you think that the guys have a right to ask the woman to buy, or do you think like guys don't even need to ask? They should just buy a sex doll. It's just like owning a toy that like a toy helicopter. If helicopters can satisfy you. I don't know. Switchback says, I heard when you get married, you get even less sex. I don't think you even need marriage to break the what do you call it, attraction. Your Omega says no. You think it's not right. New South Wales